Hello, dear friends. I see some of you are live, yay! And to those watching by video, yay! Another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana. And we're going to build off of yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about the idea of fasting, not just as giving up food, but as giving up something that you feel is really necessary for life. I'm not talking medications or things like that. I'm talking, coffee, and some people might say coffee is my medication, um, or just TV, compulsive email viewing, that kind of thing, and to see how that affects you, to just give it up for a day. And then when you return to it, you can be a little more conscious about choosing if you want to do it instead of it just being a reaction, a habit. And this is actually the focus of what we're going into now in chapter 2. Arjun has found to his dismay he doesn't have the answers like he usually does. And he sets foot on the spiritual path to try to figure out what to do as he faces the possibility of murdering his own family in war. Krishna accepts Arjun as his disciple. And Arjun, if you're not that familiar with his history, being a warrior, is a bit of a perfectionist. He's an archer. And if you're familiar with archery, you have to be spot on and you have to be consistent. So this is his upbringing. And he's saying to Krishna, I'm setting foot on the spiritual path, but I don't know if I can actually hit the target all the time and if I can be consistent. This really might play into what you experienced if you did some fasting with the previous video. What if I slipped up? I remember a previous fast when I fasted all day. I was sharing this with some people. I'd be sitting at my desk working, and my hand would be reaching for snacks. And I'd even have a snack and go, I'm fasting, right? It's so easy to fall back into that trap. And what if you tried fasting and whatever you were fasting from, you gave into it, or you habitually just did it and went, oh no, I failed. This is what Arjun is so afraid of. He's going to make a mistake. He fails. That means he's no good. He's not cut out for the spiritual path, and he's never getting anywhere. And Krishna has to address this right off the get-go because, well, many of us, I think, have a similar attitude. I'm going to do this spiritual practice. Oh no, I fail. And the harsh way we speak to ourselves is discouraging. It's actually usually not our teachers or our guides or our inspirations who will treat us harshly. They will be more forgiving. It's ourselves. We have to learn how to be nice to ourselves. And Krishna models this in chapter 2, in verse 40. He says, no effort is wasted, nor harmful effect found. Even a small try at virtue protects someone from great danger. So he's basically saying, if you try and you don't quite get it this time, try again and try again and try again. I was listening to a Buddhist teacher talk about one of the quotes she really likes is a single walk does not create a path. So if I'm going through my backyard or in a park and I walk through an area that's never been walked through, then it's just, I bend some grass, but it springs back up. It's not a path. But if I kept going that same way all the time, a path. And this happens neurologically in our minds. Once we've gotten into a habit, we've created a path. And then sometimes the idea of starting a new one, even if it's very close, we walk on it, we go, I don't see anything because it's only been one day of walking on it. Oh, what Krishna is talking about, what many teachers talk about is we have to admit that we're kind of stuck in a rut and we're trying to create a new groove, maybe one that's more positive. That takes time. It takes time for the new groove to form, for the old groove to fill in and heal. So let's be kind to ourselves today, shall we? For the meditation, I encourage you to do one of the simplest yet hardest practices, which is to be aware of your breath. And every time you're distracted from the breath, notice it. Notice your self-talk. Do you beat yourself up or do you go, hey, an opportunity to try again? Or one teacher I know takes this approach. Mind, thank you for doing what you're designed to do, which is think, and then brings it back to the breath. Totally different experience. Just try again. Every small effort you make protects you from a greater danger. When we do the meditation, be aware of the breath, the mind wanders. Note how you talk to yourself, bring it back. You can even notice this in your balance pose. Before I forget and beat myself up, today's practice is dedicated to Mary C. and her family. May there be healing. And to Cathy, safe travels. And Oliver was right here distracting me. I think I did a pretty good job of coming back, but I'm sure you'll let me know. Okay, I'm getting I think, there we go, getting the tech ready. Are you ready? Let's create a new groove today. Whoop. All righty, getting to be time for meditation, right? Oh, by the way, Deb, there's a woodpecker out here today, some robins, and many, many other things. Good. Welcome back. Excuse me. Thank you. How did it go? Were you able to keep your awareness on the breath, or did you start the meditation and go, I forgot what we were supposed to be doing? Did anybody succeed for the whole 5 minutes? Well, hopefully you were able to try again. If you tried fasting from something and you noticed some benefit, maybe you got all the way through, maybe not. Hey, why not try again? Speaking of trying again or joining again, if you're enjoying this and you'd like to have more time together to explore different concepts, I keep trying to remember to say these things. So I've got my reminder here. We've got some things coming up. We've got the season of sadhana, a little event where we can all get together and chat about our experiences from the first season. It's going to be a whole season of doing this program, and that will be March 18th. We've also got a Bhagavad Gita workshop coming up on the 23rd. Gita in your daily life, how it helps, and we'll be talking about that a bit more in the upcoming days. And finally, Bhagavad Gita retreat. I know some of you have come to that and come regularly. The early bird discount is expiring soon. See the link below, dharmakshetrayoga.com workshops. And I'd love to see you in more interactive fashion. Okay. I often forget to ask. That's one of my habits. I forget to ask for what I want. So I'm going to keep trying again. I hope we keep trying again together and that I get to see you tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, thank you to those who are leaving comments. I really appreciate it. See you soon.